Welcome to WrestleCulture. Here we go. A lot of pressure after last week.
I know, you've got to top yourself.
Sorry?
Whoa, hang on.
I mean,
It's not going to be that bad of a podcast.
You've peaked, so you just got to top yourself.
Well, that's been WrestleCulture.
Welcome to WrestleCulture. Kill yourself.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Okay, ready?
Always a pleasure, gentlemen. Always a pleasure. What culture wrestling cares?
Oh, I didn't put more hats on. I've only got one this week.
There's time. There's still time.
There's time.
You don't have to appear
Later.
with the hats on. Maybe do one every
Yes.
5 minutes.
Every bit.
I like it.
We don't do bits.
Anyway.
Go on.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube.
We're on,
We don't
yeah.
Do your bit.
Yeah, come on then.
Do your bit.
Do your bit.
Do your
Come on.
bit. Put those drama credits to use. Come on.
The comeback that no one asked for. For God's sake, don't headbutt a door. Goldberg. Everyone knows that you're old. Should have retired 8 years ago. Not indestructible. You're nearly 60. You are Goldberg. Remember, this song's just a joke. Say I'm next and I will choke. Don't you dare be Gunther. Fans will be seething.
Nice. Not jazzy enough outfit to pull that off.
Yeah.
But you tried.
He's jazzy on the inside.
Jazzy inside, and that's where it counts.
Jazzy onside.
That's where
Jazzy
it
in the
counts.
inside, Jizzy on
And
the outside.
you know what it is? I had it in my head and I was like, I'm not going to encourage him. If he's going to get there, he'll get there himself. Which is exactly where the jizz comes from.
I'm Wilbourn from WhatCulture. Joined by Adam Nicholas and Phil Chambers from WhatCulture.
I used to be somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Used to have integrity.
And then you join WhatCulture.
Then I met you.
And it all went out of the window.
Well,
Never to be seen again.
yep.
Before we get into it, though, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we review Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round-up of the week complete with a very good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Adam Nicholas and Phil Chambers. I suppose we have to talk about Goldberg, don't we? He is back.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
And he-
All right. What's next?
Better not beat
Done.
Gunther.
Tick, tick,
Next, he's back. End.
This feels very much.
I'm fairly
like,
certain I've done the gold song for Goldberg before.
wait a minute. Are you
Saying
telling
you'd
me
recycle
that
stuff
you would
endlessly.
recycle your old material? I
Never.
don't believe it. Not for a second. To be fair to this man, he's been doing it for 8 years now, plus, right?
Oh, God, yeah, something like that.
Like, well, I'll let you off with the odd recycle. And then nobody, they're all
Different
gone now. The
lyrics
old,
changed,
new
it's
crowd,
fine.
like WWE's audience. Speaking of which, I'm still part of the audience who was here in 2019 when all of this felt like it was happening back in 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, the old guys coming back to ruin your day again, and again, and again. Like they did this really well once with Brock, and that
That was
kind of it.
2016 into
That was-
17, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just before, I think it was around about the time just before I started WhatCulture. It was all right. It was good then. That was like the one, pull the pin, it's amazing. Name all the other good ones after that.
I can give this.
The Dolph one was funny.
But it didn't, it was funny, but it
was
didn't.
nothing, wasn't it?
was
Yeah,
nothing.
empty
It was like
calories.
Yeah.
empty calories.
I can give this some passes.
Come on then.
Just because it kind of is what it is. But it's
You
in
want-
Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it's got that going for it.
Correct.
It's on Saturday night's main event. It's not like a SummerSlam main event.
Yeah.
Or something
Correct.
like that. It's not even a Saudi show thing, which is
Yeah.
surprising.
Not yet, it's not.
Not yet. It's not. So it's not like it's taking a big pay-per-view spot away from someone else, which was all the complaints that we had with like Goldberg things earlier.
And he's not winning
It
the
is a little bit
title.
different.
And it does-
Surely he's not winning the title.
The way that they've placed Saturday night's main event, there's not like, yes, there's been the odd thing that's happened, but it's mostly like, as you've said, a side show that happens.
It's its own thing.
It's its
I
own thing.
Doubt it will run into big SummerSlam stories. Like it doesn't. It feels like a stopgap on the road rather than
Just
a
be-
hurdle.
Yeah, just be glad SummerSlam's not in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like,
However,
it is a nice, like, well, there you go, you've had Atlanta. Bye.
more pros. Gunther's going to chop
Gunther's going to
Goldberg.
slap him.
if he's allowed to. I'm not taking that. It's just on his head.
I mean,
chop
trying to
him
get
on his head.
Gunther up for a
Oh.
jackhammer is.
That's the end of that. Thing. Shoot end his title reign.
Did he do it to Lashley? Did he get Lashley up? I'm trying to remember.
He did like it was like
It's
more
like
of like
a suplex.
slam
Right, okay.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a jackhammer,
Look,
but
he's-
he got it. Yeah.
What do we do? Is he 60,
58.
58? Right. So I'm not going to look like that at 58. Fair play to Goldberg, right? However, it's the act of actually like the wrestling bit where Christ on a bike, that Undertaker match was enough to send shivers down anyone's spine.
Yeah.
Like both of them, in fairness, but one probably because the other one just dropped him on his head, and then vice versa. It's like, who's going to kill who first?
Yeah.
You know, you don't really want to watch him, man. I'm like, someone's going to die. Yeah. What are we doing?
So, spoiler alert, the hashtag Bloody Good Quiz is about Goldberg.
Yeah.
And in doing research for this, I always type in, like, facts about Phil Chambers or whoever the quiz is about. Typed in facts about Goldberg, and I found like a top 10, 10 amazing facts you want to know about Goldberg. And it's like, his past and what have you, which I'll not give away any answers. And it was like, fact number 8, he almost broke The Undertaker's neck in Saudi Arabia. And then it literally went, fact number 7, The Undertaker almost broke his neck in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. It was a,
Oh, yeah.
it was a who's who of this is why you need to be careful with this stuff.
Yeah. Another pass for this match is Gunther. In Gunther match, you don't have to wrestle, really. You just hit each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he'll get something quite good out of it,
And
most likely.
Goldberg might get something out of that, like just actually wanting to try. Have I ever seen Goldberg do a chop?
Not that I can think of.
no,
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
like he's been more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'd be worried about if I was good. Well, not worried because he'd kick Goldberg's ass,
Yeah.
but like he's been throwing Shane McMahon-esque potatoes. Like, I'm just gonna punch you in the face. If you chop me like that, I'm gonna punch you in the face. So, I want to look at it. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
I don't need it at all. I don't think anybody needs it.
I think it's Goldberg's last match in Atlanta.
His last match in Atlanta, yes.
Oh, it's his last
match.
Just so happens it is in Atlanta.
Depends whether he wins the belt or
Gonna
not, Phil, I
choose-
guess.
Well, it's true.
I think he might have a farewell match. We talked about this, me and Hamlet, during the week at like SummerSlam, but it will be,
One breaker.
God no, it'll be like Austin Theory or someone, a Dolph Ziggler-esque, right?
See,
Do your move so everyone can be like, we've seen it one last time, bye-bye.
I can't see him going for that.
No.
He still sees himself as like.
Seth Rollins cashes in on him after he beats Gunther and he still wins.
Do you know what? Somehow he still beats Seth as well, and now he leads the faction.
Braun Bronson and Seth beat the crap out of him and he still defends the title.
I actually legitimately saw a comment, maybe in our comment section, that said Goldberg should be the Ric Flair of the Seth Rollins group. And I was like, brother,
What are you doing?
I don't know what you've been smoking. I don't know what you've been drinking. I don't know what you've been sniffing. But you need to stop. Seek help.
I'm mostly worried about the outcome just because of the irrational love that I have for just wanting Sami Zayn to get to King of the Ring, become King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia, go to SummerSlam, challenge Gunther, beat Gunther as the only guy who can like topple Gunther on the big stage thing.
Apart from
and
Jey Uso.
keep that going. Well, yeah, apart from Jey Uso. But like Intercontinental and then this, and then have Sami Zayn as the world champion because
I'm 99% of the way
want it.
there with you. I just have Sami being cashed in on immediately after beating Gunther.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that as well.
And then
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
That's the
I'm fine
great
with
thing.
that.
The
That's
great
always
thing
the
about
good
Sami
thing about
Zayn
it. Yeah,
and,
it can just
and
be
Johnny
like that.
Gargano.
Exactly.
I don't need them to hold it for
They
a long
don't need
time.
to hold it.
I just need. Well, I'd like to see them hold.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I would like to see them hold it at least.
They need to have it for a long time.
As long as I get to see the picture where I'm like, there you go, you won the belt.
Yeah.
After that,
And then everybody's sad again.
because
But
yeah,
that
I
in its own
agree.
way would be fun. And Goldberg beating Gunther would get rid of all of that.
Do you know what I'd really like? Because obviously the iconic one is the Brock match that we talked about, Survivor Series. I would like it to seem like, oh my God, Gunther's going to beat him in like 3 minutes. Like it starts and Gunther just batters him, powerbomb, maybe even does the whole, no, I'm not ready to pin him yet. Goes up top, big splash, again pulls him up, like, I want to do some more damage to this hero of all of you in Atlanta. And then you have like it's a weird thing to suggest in a Goldberg match, and I'd sincerely doubt the man would go for it. But then you basically just have a hope spot of like Gunther goes for something else big, ballses it up, and then it's like spear, jackhammer. People are like, oh my God, he's winning the title. But he doesn't, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not insane.
Insane.
Honestly,
They
until,
are.
I'd be fine with it.
until that match is over and Gunther
worry.
leaves with a belt, It's all in the air to me. Especially when I mentioned it to them on the SmackDown review, but when you hear Nick Khan saying, we actively tell the writers not to go for what the fans want, necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that worked out great for everybody in 2019, didn't it? It was real good stuff.
But what if he beats Gunther, but then Gunther gets up quickly afterwards? That basically negates.
That cancels it.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Sort of a double whammy of. I mean, Goldberg's return wasn't bad news for me. I think it's a fun diversion for Gunther before, like you say, you get to the good stuff potentially of Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. But on the same show, from like a trip, basically, Liv Morgan is seemingly out for the rest of 2025. That sucks.
That was such a nothing bump.
Innocuous.
Really, really nothing bump. It was just a standard front bump. And just shoulder explodes out of nowhere. Absolutely insane.
She's factored into so much stuff as Hamlet was putting it out. It's just like, right, well, Evolution's buggered, and so is the tag title run, and da-da-da.
Nikki Bella comeback just happened, and it's like, well, what are you going to do with that now?
Oh, they'll find something, but it is a massive shame for her. Because especially how long have we waited for Evolution 2?
Yeah.
And she's going to miss it. Like
at her prime as well. When she is like...
She has literally been one of the best wrestlers, full stop, in that company in terms of like what she's actually been doing. Like putting matches together, having her own great runs, being a star. She like feels like a proper star now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like she's going to miss it. And that is...
do Evolution 3 in 2032 or whatever it'll be.
I mean, I think you're being optimistic. 2040.
Good news is, if you're looking for a silver line in all this, she's probably winning the Rumble now.
Potentially, yeah. Well, it's
recovery goes well. Yeah.
Depends how long she's going to be out, though, I guess. It's like
6 months was what I heard.
6 months.
It was initially like...
dislocated shoulder was
it 16 weeks? And I was like, oh, that's bad, but maybe it'll be not so bad when we get the diagnosis. It's even worse.
Good.
But if she's got that top star thing, the John Cena, Lazarus-like body.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be fine. Back in 2 months. No, best wishes to Liv Morgan.
Yeah,
she's been kicking ass this whole time.
And speaking of great women, we have several in the chat today, one of whom I will save a mention for a little bit later on. But I do want to right now mention the wonderful Mimi Burris, who has got involved and said, hello, remember that promotion?
Oh.
Well, today is my first day finally actually in the position. Worth the wait. Have a great weekend, boys. Congratulations.
Nice.
Yes, to you, Mimi.
Congratulations.
That is wonderful.
Climbing the ladder of life. Kicking its ass. I like it.
And Kenny Osprey says, happy Friday, lads. Tell Hamlet not to be so ashamed. He's been talking, in case you've missed this, Phil. You haven't. You've heard it in the office. All about shagging cartoon characters.
Yeah, you two have got really obsessed with this week.
I've
just this week?
Well.
I seem to recall him saying he wanted to shag the Laughing Cow many years ago.
There's levels to this game.
Yeah.
And
you're one of the real ones.
Some people have a residency.
OG.
Yeah.
Other people are
Laughing Cow, Caramel Bunny. I was there day one.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But,
day one.
Hamlet is very keen on adult Nala from...
Yep, he's got a thing for that lion.
Kenny says she's up there with Celia from Monsters, Inc. Is that the one with the snakes in her hair, I assume, and not the always watching
Yeah,
you?
I thought about her. That's who I was thinking of, but I can't remember. It's been years since I watched Monsters, Inc.
Celia, I assume, is Mike's missus?
Well,
yes, she is.
Oh,
Celia May. Thoughts, Phil?
She's okay.
Yeah. She looks like an evolution of Leela from Future.
That one. Oh yeah. Do we allow it because she's a monster?
No, she's a monster.
She's fine. Yeah, she's not.
Leela's just a human with one eye.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
A Gorgon Cyclops Medusa-like girlfriend.
According
to Disney Wiki here.
Yeah.
So good to know for the records.
For the records. Yeah.
In case anybody, literally anybody is keeping score. If you are, again,
sorry.
Stop. Seek help.
Speaking of absolute pieces, though,
hello.
Ricky Saints, formerly Ricky Starks, in the news today, alongside Ethan Page. I shouldn't forget to mention him, also a good-looking man. Rumoured as the fifth.
Well, why don't you marry them?
It's all about looks with you.
Yeah. What about the talent,
Cartoon animals,
they're both
wrestling men.
Pretty good workers as well.
Looks.
Ethan Page, friend of the channel, I should say.
Friend of the channel.
I I think I was watching Worlds Collide.
That's why you're leaving him out.
Yes, but I was mentioning Ethan because
No points anymore.
Yeah, I was mentioning Ethan Page because I was watching Worlds Collide the other weekend, and Anne-Louise was like, sort of, what's going on over there? Because it's mad AAA sort of. There's Mr. Iguana. What's going on? And she's like, oh, who are these? And I was like, oh, blah blah blah. Javon Evans. He's going to be like a mega star. And I was like, oh, Ethan Page. He's a git in character, but also a really nice bloke. And then I just showed the clip from Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas, AEW Double or Nothing Vegas,
Nothing.
where Miller's just doing an ups or downs for, I think, Ring of Honor or something on the street.
Something. It is an ups and downs. And Ethan Page just randomly appears
It's
in the
so
background.
funny. Just
Wanders in.
He does a double take, and then Miller's like, oh, who's this person?
It was quite
bothering
funny
me?
because you can tell Miller is like, he's about to
He goes
get
through
annoyed,
the,
and
hey,
then he
buddy,
realizes
like,
who it is.
oh, it's you.
Oh, I can be nice now.
Yeah.
I'll turn it on now before I bollock the person who I don't care about.
Fun thing about that, he did that little walk on, like had his little moment, and then he wandered off. But then he came back at the end to come say hi and go like, oh, sorry for butting in. I just thought it'd be funny.
That's cool because there's like an
Stuck
edit,
around for
isn't
a
there?
thing. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Nice chap.
But he's in character. He's a knobhead, and therefore would fit perfectly in Seth Rollins' stable, as would Ricky Starks. I personally, because I think people got a little bit confused when we talked about it in the news this morning. We're not suggesting that both would do it. They've literally just feuded for like 6 months. They still are in NXT. And I know that doesn't always matter when you go to the main roster, but come on. It's a good feud that you can just revisit on the main roster for me. But do you think Starks, Saints, or Ethan Page could be a good fit for that group?
I could see either of them in that group. I think the kind of depth-wise in the group, like Seth Rollins is obviously the like charismatic-y, talky one. Like obviously Bron Baker's got his own sort
Which obviously you would be
promo
in
style
that
and
group.
things.
The
Yeah,
charismatic talky one.
The charismatic talky one. But like everyone else is a little bit quieter, and Seth Rollins is like the personality. But whereas I think both Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, in their own very different ways, could bring a nice little level of sort of undercard personality into it as well, which I think it probably is missing a little bit at the minute.
Yeah, they don't want to draw comparisons to Evolution, allegedly, according to sources. But, like, if you are going to do it, you do have, like, I mean, Bron Breakker is Batista, but, like, in the final bit of Evolution, where it's like, well, give it 2 weeks and he could probably be world champion.
Yeah.
Whereas Ricky Starks, as talented as he is, and as much as if they just decided, actually, you're world champion on the main roster now, who wouldn't feel out of place, he could be someone who could build up in the sort of shadow of Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I would go with, if I had to pick one, I'd go with Saints over Page.
Yeah.
Not because anything wrong with Page. I just think Ricky Saints kind of fits. I could see him and Seth being like real slimy guys together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of fits. It works.
You know how I really want to weirdly see as a team on the main roster is Ethan Page and Finn Balor for some reason. I think just the like cocky, arrogant kind of thing, and especially with what Finn Balor's doing now, just needling all of the Judgment Day and having a massive smile on his face when he's doing it. I think those two being cocky guys and then trying to out-cocky each other would be really fun.
They do the Lonely Island thing. We've got a new member of the group, and it's Ethan Page, and he's just there. Where do you get it?
I've been here the whole time.
Just check on the chat, see what they make of our genuine good wrestling analysis there.
Genuine.
The mum cat from Aristocats, says John Harrison.
The mum cat.
John Harrison, I don't know if he was watching the SmackDown preview, but that was my call. Duchess, she's called, as we found out. Duchess
Classy
from
lady.
Aristocats, or Lady from
Classy
Lady and the Tramp,
lady.
of course.
Of course.
Look at them eyes, man.
Them eyes.
Are you going to say no to that? How are you going to say no to that?
Ian Smith, again, many people have suggested this, suggests Chitara from Thundercats.
People are obsessed with this. Chitara. Give me a quick look.
Give me a look. Let's have a
I
gander.
need to know.
I also was unaware of this year at least. With all this sexy character talk, odds that FurryCon is on at the same time as Mania again.
FurryCon was on?
I'll do some research. Is that a good idea on a work computer?
Yes.
To be fair, the research I've done for the quizzes, I'm already on a list anyway. There's Chitara.
Okay.
That's a good.
Looks like a wrestler.
He does look like a wrestler. A very 80s wrestler.
What was I going to look up? FurryCon, that was it. FurryCon.
What could possibly go? All the lights go up.
Possibly go wrong.
FurryCon.
Computer shuts down. Flagged for misuse.
Yep. I know. I think his computer would have done that a long time ago.
A
long time ago.
Whatever firewalls our parent company have on these are not good enough.
You'll find a way. This guy will find a way.
Phil.
Oh, God.
Any chance we can head out to Las Vegas a bit early? Because Las Vegas FurCon 2026 is April 2nd, April 5th.
You can.
Yes!
You need someone to film.
Yeah. Get somebody else.
Is that a furry channel?
Well, you've got a giraffe head.
There you go.
You're halfway there.
Brian Wedding just writes, after Tom wanks, what does it matter what you search?
You're not wrong, Brian. You're not wrong.
Switching gears.
I mean, if you want to stay safe online, while searching for furry things, have I got a deal for you? Because we currently have an offer with NordVPN where you can get 76% off and an Amazon gift card worth up to $50, which is a big deal. And
it
you
is
can
class.
Get at this link right here.
Oh, he's infiltrating our channel.
Oh, it's not sending.
It's on from the news this morning. So there's also
it's on the news. I will try and get it in the chat. But there you go. There's going to be a link at some point.
And some people call me
I
Morris.
was waiting for what the most inappropriate time to link a NordVPN thing was. I felt that was like a pretty
perfect window.
That felt good.
I think they'll like that.
Some people call me Morris. I was going to give you a mention anyway for mentioning Jenny from Bucky O'Hare. But also, some people call me Morris writes, Woof Tangent. This was the boy who turned into a dog.
No.
What dog would you turn into?
Oh, different. Okay, I'll accept this.
Can I just have any sausage dog? Because I think they're the best.
Only if you say sausages.
Sausages.
Yeah, like that. Do it again. Go on.
Sorry, just people writing other stuff. Mimi Burris is putting over the ladyfish from Shark Tale. Sausages.
Sausages. Good.
What kind of dog would you be if you were a dog? Phil. I have got all the rest
Weirdly,
of the questions,
I could see you being exactly like Salty.
I was going to say,
That's the first, genuinely the first immediate dog.
Yeah, because Jack Russell, Yorkshire Terrier cross.
The fact that he bears such a resemblance to Fraser's, well, not Fraser's dog, but like his dad's dog.
Yeah.
What the hell's he called again?
Eddie.
I could see you just already going for that. I don't know why. And I see your little face and his face all the time. And he's a little shiitake mushroom.
Good.
Can you pin that comment, please?
I know. I think we've done this before, and I've learned.
It has to be you or me.
I can't do it on my phone.
Oh, fine.
What's the sexiest dog?
What's the sexiest
for
dog?
him, I mean.
Oh, for him.
Like a fashionable dog.
A fashionable dog. What are they? I don't know what they're called, but there's like really tall ones with the really long hair and the long
Oh,
face.
yes, I know which ones you mean.
Yeah, I can see you wondering about one.
No. I'm putting you over, if anything.
I don't want to be tall. If I wanted to be tall, I would have done it already. So there. My choice, actually. I love it down here. What dog? I don't know. I'll get back to you.
Okay, I'll leave that with you whilst I mention it. Kyle Stevens, congratulations to you, Kyle. Thanks for as always, joining us on a Friday. Just got a new job that starts in July.
Hey,
finally off the freelance train for a while, but still get to work from home. Double win. Congratulations,
Listen, I'm not going to say that we are solely responsible for
all
me
of
getting
the good
promotions, Kyle getting a new job, David Esposito hopefully getting the best year of his life.
One day.
After one really bad year that we had nothing to do with, obviously. That was unrelated.
No, yeah, we're only to do with the good things.
Unrelated, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Only responsible for the good things.
Speaking of jobs.
Hello.
Afghan Hounds Rhodesian Ridgebacks.
Yep. And you can get yours if you sign up for NordVPN. We're going to have to go a bit further
Someone's
on.
gone Squirrel from Sword in the Stone as well. It's John Harrison.
We're going to have to go further on because I was going to be very sentimental and nice about something, and this is not the
You
time.
can't
to
do it now.
So we'll do it in a
Later.
bit. We'll let the dogs. Who let the dogs out? You.
People call me Morris. That's who it was. Hi also to you and Benny, who says Roxanne Perez to take over for Liv and takes Dom. I like that. That's what we were talking about the other day. I think that's a great shout of like have her defend the tag titles, simultaneously winning over Raquel Rodriguez and bribing Dom with chicken tendies.
And then redo the Liv Morgan Revenge tour.
It would fit
but
them all.
with a face turn, and she just goes for
It would
everyone.
totally fit the mold of Dom being a sleazebag as well, who doesn't.
Yeah.
He just assumes he's going to get away with everything.
Yeah.
And then obviously he's like, oh, people watch the show. There's cameras everywhere.
Matt Rain says, happy Friday, brothers. Can't watch live. Too busy celebrating Wirtz, Kirkez, and potentially Isaac.
Nice.
Actually.
I mean, two of them are nice.
Yeah.
One of them, sorry, Wilbourn, go fuck yourself. So,
Yeah, that's the line.
sorry. You can't come after him. It's not allowed.
Is there a chance that could happen or no? Okay. He's actually at work. Cheers, brothers. Legends Lounge soon, says Matt. And John Harrison says, good Friday, boys. Any Muse fans in the house?
Not
Once
especially.
upon a time, I fell out after
out of a massive
Absolution. Like that was the last album I was kind of into them, and then they went a bit downhill for me.
Well, they've got a new single that's just dropped, according to John, and it goes harder than Shane O'Mac on Chris Jericho. Peace and love.
Interesting. There's two. I don't know the names of them because I'm not a huge Muse guy. That was when they had that year where they got like mainstream popular, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like I know they probably took off after that, and I'm sure all the Muse fans are getting really angry because they've always been mainstream, but not to me. But I had one year where there was a single out there, and there was an album with a single attached to it that was decent, but nothing to write home about.
I think the Absolution album was big, but then the one after that was like massive,
commercially successful. There's a song they've got.
Supermassive Black Hole just the name of a song or an album?
I think it was both. I think it might have been that.
There was a one that's got an incredible bass line on. I was like putting together a playlist of songs with like really cool bass line bits. And there's one of theirs, and I can't remember what it is, but if I ever find out, John, I'll tell you on the next WrestleCulture or something.
First 3 albums, I can give a big thumbs up.
All right.
Everything else?
Nah. Kiss your ass.
Steve Nicolopoulos says, "G'day, handsome gents. What's your favourite wrestler's theme right now? Also, when are you guys wearing the crew jackets? Cheers, fellas. Not on a day like this. I'll tell you that for free.
I tell you what, I'll tell you there for free. If we wore the crew jackets today, I think I'd genuinely die.
Yeah.
It's so hot. By our British standards, yes, I know you're in America.
What does it translate to Americans?
Yeah. Is it 28 degrees today?
86.
86.
Fahrenheit.
There's
God damn
loads of people
hot.
just laughing at home
Absolute
going,
boiling.
86.
Is that
Try
it?
860. What was the question?
Favourite wrestling themes right now. Mine is
Favourite
obviously
wrestling.
Lola Vice.
Yeah.
If you want to come and get it.
Do you know what? It's a boring answer, I guess, because Hangman Page's
especially after this week.
the way that it's
Yeah,
going
it's
with
good.
it. But also, I'm kind of stealing Hamlet's take, but I do agree with it wholeheartedly. The way it was such a demonic sounding, doomy soundtrack, their theme song when he was like a heel, but somehow he's getting babyface. The song is taken on like a different feel, which was his take, not mine, but it's correct.
It's spot on, innit?
It's like it's suddenly it's gone from sounding like doom to sounding like anthemic, like he's gonna turn up and kick your ass, and now eventually you're gonna get old theme back, and that would probably be one of my favorites anyway. So you can't lose.
Fair. I don't know. At the minute, I don't want to go with just one that's been around forever because it seems like a cop out.
You want to do a Mick Foley one, then basically.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You've set the bar very high for I've just thought of for WrestleMania next year.
next
What
year.
you come out
We're
to.
just complimenting the Mercedes one that we play on here all the time.
Yes.
That got dropped.
Yeah.
I still think that's the superior song. It makes me sad that it doesn't
It's
get played.
definitely the superior song.
Hysteria, people are saying for the Muse song in the chat.
Maybe.
I think that might
I think
be
I've
right
got a
there.
playlist actually. Let me, you just carry on for a second. I might be able to find the playlist and I'll tell you.
And I'll ask you, Phil, a question here from Wilma B, who says, after the quality of triple threats at WrestleMania this year, and I was told they weren't meant to be any good.
It's good. I love that this always comes up with you because he's not wrong, but he's also not right.
Yeah, that's where I sit. in
Hysteria.
life.
It is
There
hysteria.
we go.
Congratulations to the chat. It is hysteria. I don't know why I didn't just look that up. But
Bar Saber and John Harrison getting that one.
nice one. Well done, boys.
So after the quality of triple threats, are you wanting or think any that we think we could see? I'd like to see Usos versus New Day versus Lucha Bros. Wow.
Usos, New Day, Lucha
Damn,
Bros. Holy
that would
cow,
be
yeah.
real good.
Because it's like Usos New Day, that's automatically goated.
Yeah.
And then I'll just chuck in.
I am kind of waiting for Usos New Day running it back with face heel things.
Yeah.
The
Completely
other way.
flipped, yeah.
And like just desperately trying to save the Raw Tag Team division. 'Cause
Yeah.
Something needs to.
SmackDown's just
literally
great. Raw's just like.
SmackDown's good, yeah.
happening?
Raw is just like, well, okay, it's just the New Day. They're there for a bit and then they go away. It's
Just
like,
become the cross from the bear
cool.
that's just like, well, we can't do anything with you now because we don't care about them titles enough. So we're not going to do anything with you, who arguably should be skyrocketed at this point.
But I feel like that first time Usos get the tag belts back in a long time will be like a real
Mania?
good moment. I could see that.
You could sell
that'd
it.
be hella good.
you'd sell it as a big
Yeah.
Mania moment for sure. If Jay's not still in the mix for titles, of course.
Yeah.
You never know.
I don't know.
I don't know our thoughts on everything.
But yeah, that tag match would be amazing.
Yeah, everything involving King of the Ring. That's on the SmackDown preview, along with a whole load of other nonsense from today. Other
a lot
triple
of
threats
nonsense.
I'd like to see. We sort of got a glimpse of like Vaquer, Jordan Grace, and Julia at Stand and Deliver. But I mean, nowadays, I'd love to see what Becky, Bailey, and Charlotte looks like.
That would be kind of fascinating with the characters where they are now.
My word.
Would be quite good. There's quite a lot with Vaquer now on the main roster in terms of like those first feuds with people, like the moments with Rhea Ripley and stuff. It's like, well, that's just money.
That's Mania, isn't it?
You've like 100% opened up a brand new door there. Like, you know, when someone who's that talented goes up and you think, oh my word, you haven't wrestled anyone on this roster.
Getting over real quick.
Yep.
I'll go Obafemi, Bron Breakker, and who's another big lad we can put in there?
Another big lad.
Our good friend Omo.
I was just about to say, Omos is still kicking on. Is he not just signed a new contract? Is he coming
next year? Can we sort that out again?
Supposedly. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Yeah. Bring him home. I'll go with Vaquer, Asuka, Io Sky.
It's pretty good.
What if we do a live show again?
Apparently not good enough.
No, what if we are? Out
of the way, you.
No, I just thought
my idea.
As a ticket sales thing, what if, I did the stage dive this year. What if almost throws me off the stage?
As a stage dart.
Yeah.
Everyone has to catch me.
Not just the stage, the balcony.
Yes!
Now
no, wait.
And as he throws you, you've got to do a swanton in midair. Mm-hmm. And then you all have to sign release forms before you come in the building if you're going to be part of the.
I don't know what happened. I didn't see what happened.
Oh man, that was a trust fall. That was a trust fall.
Pontus Olsen says Mr. Iguana, Joe Hendry, and R-Truth, which is very good.
That's a good collection.
It's good.
It was weird because before you mentioned your Stephanie Vaquer 3, I was thinking of a Stephanie Vaquer 3. Like, what would be the good ones to put her in? The Rhea Ripley ones feels too obvious.
Yeah,
it's like
that's
money.
One-on-one.
It serves a one-on-one. I just started thinking like what are dream matches, and I've got Stephanie Vaquer, Meiko Satomura.
Oh yeah,
because always Meiko Satomura. It's like I'm making something in the kitchen. What should I put in? Here's a great ingredient: Meiko Satomura. Bon appetit, bitch. I don't know who else though. Leave it with me. Probably I'll tell you the dog I'll figure it out as well down the line.
Okay.
Brown Labrador. That's anything? That'll do. Yeah.
Eric Vasquez, great first name. Eric, thank you for getting in touch as always. Says, greetings and salutations, good sirs. What are your personal favourite memories from WrestleCulture's history? Also, what animals would make good gladiators? Is that anything? Salute to you all.
Is that something?
Right. This is a good chance to segue, so don't F it up.
Oh, here we go.
No. You can talk about your memories, but then we'll talk about more memories. If you've got half a brain, I'm sure you'll know where this is going, but
no cartoon screwing.
Yeah.
I'm just going
to favorite memories of WrestleCulture. There's a one that stuck in always pops out of my head, but unfortunately you weren't there for it.
Oh, I see. No, that's fine.
No.
Every episode where Wilbourn.
It was that one where I just got mad and you told the tale about how you were stealing money from your asshole landlord by using the
Wiry Coyote.
Wiry Coyote.
That came up on Twitter.
It did. Shout out to Eric Vasquez.
Eric
Vasquez, who has the memory that we have on this stuff. It just obviously Wiley Coyote, and it was just a random.
They used a wire.
Wiry Coyote. Then it's like that's who he is now, the Wiry Coyote, because he was putting a wire in the explain it. So it was
one of those. It was like a laundry machine thing where you like put the coins in and then you slide the slot in.
Oh yeah.
And the coins like let it go through, but there's like a little bit that you could get to in the back, and if you got the piece of wire, you could like hook it and then like pull it, and it like did the action of pushing the thing in, but without pushing the thing in.
So Phil was getting free laundry for.
I was basically stealing laundry for ages from my.
Just offering to do it for other people
at the marina.
Asterix from a dickhead.
He was.
So like, I know people might be going, Phil, but like, Phil, well done, mate.
Exactly, yeah.
My memory's so bad that I can.
It's not my favourite memory, by the way. It's just one.
No.
These are all my favourites. But
I did enjoy our collective Tom Wanks thing the other week.
That was really good.
Yeah.
And then
the problem is, like, it's gone off the rails so many times that it's like...
That's the
problem.
How
do you pick one?
Yeah.
Or, like, how do you even remember them? What is life?
There's too many.
Also, the chat has now become people suggesting animals for gladiators. Gorilla, hippo, and a big steel ball.
What did we say about derailing this with animals?
Sorry, yeah. That was the second question, so that was...
Because I don't know if any of us have done this yet. And we probably should have by now. And I was supposed to do it last week, and I completely forgot. Because, I was on with him, and I was on with Hamlet, and... It was like the Hamlet and Wilbourn show. And I was just on the side, like a little side dish. Just sitting there.
Side dish.
we haven't spoken about the fact that Adam Pacitti's leaving Cultaholic.
We haven't. Not on here. Me
Not
and
on here.
Hamlet did on a news video a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, not here.
Well, I haven't had a chance to, and I thought
That's
maybe
a good
nice to
point.
just because I don't want people to think we're not talking about it because he's one of our friends, and I would just basically thought it would be nice to say like best wishes. That is
a WrestleCulture original.
A WrestleCulture. You see, it all ties back.
in.
Genuinely, end of an era kind of stuff. Like
Mega end of an
mega
era.
end of an era. That guy, if you are liking this stuff, you probably owe that guy something for sure. Because like those guys were doing it well before anybody else that I can certainly remember, unless someone's got some real deep rabbit hole cuts that they don't know about.
Yeah.
But this whole thing basically exists off the back of what they were doing before
Absolutely.
obviously they left. And how weird is it to think now that if someone had told you actually, us three, because we're the ones who kind of came in at a similar time, someone had told you that you would have been at WhatCulture the entire duration that Adam Pacitti has been at Cultaholic, is company that doesn't even exist yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is insane.
And like
Been doing this a long time.
been doing this a long time. But
My
yeah.
bad.
I mean, I have no doubt whatever you end up doing, Pacitti will be excellent.
This is the thing with Pacitti. I said it on the news video, like a YouTube without Adam Pacitti is a worse YouTube.
Yeah,
as,
sure.
as far as I'm concerned. But also, if you know anything about the history of that guy, he will nail it wherever he goes.
Yeah, people
like,
assume he's just a wrestling guy, but
he was
his
doing
history. Yeah,
he was getting over before he was doing anything about
spending
wrestling.
that money on the billboards. Very
he was the
infamous.
billboard meme guy from
Yeah, he was.
early days of the internet.
He was on like, what was it, like GMTV or something like that?
He
Or
got
I don't
on
know, like
GMTV
Good Morning,
for it.
something.
Like Hire Adam
Just
campaign
had him on the thing, yeah.
Genius. He's been on GMTV a bunch of times. He
Was
has
that the
a
one he
weird
went on
talent of getting on that show.
Was that the one he went on? What was it, GMTV or the new
was,
version of it where he got his
some
arse
morning
out
show.
and it was like in the mirror behind him. And I was
he's
like,
also
that's a
dressed
good
as
stuff.
gold dust on it.
Gold dust. That was one of the punishments, wasn't it? But yeah, the supremely talented guy. I
very,
have
very
no doubt
talented
he's
guy.
going to
Will
do great
smash
things
whatever he does.
wherever he goes. But yeah, just it popped out of nowhere. It was actually Phil sent a message to say like, "Oh,
Like,
he's
crap.
leaving." Like, holy,
because it was so like, oh my god,
literally
what the hell
out
is going
of the blue.
on?
Yeah,
I think we probably had a crossover period, myself and him, of like 3 months.
you did a bunch of live stuff together.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah,
like the WCPW stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was involved with the podcast as I was trying to make that a thing. And I still remember, I can still visualize going to that Spoons the day of the incident.
The incident.
And just sat there with him and I think Jack, obviously, and Sam and that. And me just, because they were just like, oh yeah, come along if you want. We're not going to, like, it's all out in the open now. It's nothing against any of us, obviously.
Yeah.
And just being like, well, good luck with it all, boys. And then we'd bump into each other on occasion. Yeah, lovely bloke. And best luck with whatever he does next. And continued success for Cultaholic, obviously. Sam in charge now.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Sam's not going to struggle, is he? Like, those guys have been doing it long enough as well. Best of luck to them,
They
too.
will be
Hope
fine.
it all goes swimmingly.
Absolutely.
But I was just thinking of that there when you said the day that the incident of all the guys leaving to go and start their own company. I'd been there, maybe a couple of weeks. And I've told the story before. I did the Great North Run, which was a Sunday. Did that in Newcastle and had taken the Monday after off to obviously just relax and recover because I didn't really get a Sunday. And it was on that Monday where everybody left, right? So I came on the Tuesday, just like whistling to work. Can't believe I've got a job working on the quayside essentially in Newcastle. Another day at WhatCulture, happy days. I get in, nothing seems awry. There's a few empty seats, but I don't notice anything immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting at my desk. And I guess everybody in the office has already had a full day of like talk about it and assume that everybody there knows what's going on. And then I'm just getting on with work because I was still early days. So it was like, head down, get your work done. Churn, get your work done. As Sidgwick would say. And then I was talking to Jules about something completely random. Nobody had said anything. And then I was just chatting to blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, yeah, probably something about, oh, yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. We probably can't do that thing today just because of what happened. And I was like,
what are you talking about?
I was like, well, what happened? He's like, well, the guys. And I was like, what do you mean the guys? He's like, were you not in yesterday? And I was like, well, first of all, great to see I made such an impression. And second of all, I was like, no, I'm not. What's happened? And it was literally like, yeah, everyone's left. I was like, oh, who's everyone? Yeah, so it's Adam, Sam, Jack, Ross. Oh, Ross. Okay, cool. Right, just give me a second to process that. Just sit in the bathroom, stare in the mirror like, well, I don't know if I've got a job anymore. Ma'am. I think I might have lost my job.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I went for one run and I think I've lost my job.
I do remember the next day because, again, we can talk about it now, obviously. It was never any ill will between us and them whatsoever. And we've hung out with them previously. And subsequent to that, I mean, Jack was at Sweet Chin Disco in London. It was lovely to see him. But it was a bit like, that wasn't the way it was perceived, obviously, by the audience.
Yeah.
And I just remember everyone being like, so who's doing the first video after this announcement has been made?
Yeah.
And it was you
It
and
was
Cleary.
you and Cleary.
Me and Cleary.
And you did the... What's the word I can use here? It was the... Not jerkiest, but it was like the most... Listen, assholes. The one time that you could have been sincere about something, but... To be fair, and we can also say this now without being brutal, I think it's fair to say they experienced certain things with previous bosses that we have had. And we had...
Bosses that no longer exist.
And they no longer exist. And we collectively had not experienced that yet and are all of the mind, I think, where you have to learn these lessons yourself. Because I don't want to just take someone's word at it, but I assumed... They must have been through enough to want to go off and make their own company. And thank God they did, because a great success for them.
Yes, absolutely.
And they all seemed far happier than they were when they were after hearing the tales at the end.
Which is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
I'd been here a bit longer than you.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'd had my odd run-in with the old boss.
So you were aware of why.
And was going to go on to have plenty more.
And to be fair,
I was aware of where they were coming from.
We were aware, but for me, it's always I have to experience it personally myself. It's not like I can't just make something based on someone else's experiences. Yeah. And then when they went, there was that full circle. They couldn't believe it because we had that. We got for 1 year, it's going to be. Everything's going to be perfect because we're scared in case we lose anybody else. So we all had this like really great year off the back of it. Ultimately, I think the idea was that we were all suffering and going through hell. And it was like, actually,
it's better now.
We're going to Mania, actually.
Genuinely, like,
because they're gone. But the boss is scared now.
The boss is kind of scared, so it's been nice. And then it would get to a point where we would all start to experience more of those moments. And then it was like, now we've all been through it. And we've all been trauma bonded together. And it's great.
The boss remembered who he really was deep down.
That's it. I'm tired of pretending to be a babyface. I'm a much better heel.
All along. It's like a learning tale, but the opposite. Yeah. And he discovered deep down who he really was. A horrible person.
A piece of trash.
A goddamn piece of trash.
Before we get to this week's #bloody good quiz...
Oh, I see. When me and Phil are going off on one, you get to cut us off. But when you're on a tangent, I have to sit there for 20 minutes and write the timestamps. Is that how it is?
Started out as a nice thing, saying like goodbye Adam Pacitti, and it ended up with us just ragging on our old boss.
Well, because I thought if he ever watched this, he would probably get a kick out of that as well.
Probably would get a
kick out of that. So we did it for you.
I need to know where it came from.
I want to organise a drink with Pacitti because I haven't seen him for ages.
I've asked him actually. He's got a busy month going on.
I want to slow it down with Adam Pacitti, basically.
Yes.
Because it's always fun. Like, Anne Louise does say, it always devolves into that with you guys when you're out. It's like, it's funny, isn't it? Like, everyone's got a different story. Like, we've shared all of our stories, but like people from different teams, people from different eras, we've got stories.
Well, it was funny because I remember like I'd met Adam quite a few times, obviously at work, and he was always really nice when I was there. But obviously, it was such a short stint.
Yeah.
The only time we all went out was for, I want to say it was for Ross's birthday. King Ross's birthday.
Yeah.
One of my earliest first nights out with the gang. So we all were sat in a Wetherspoons. It was nice to meet everybody properly. But then I actually probably saw Pacitti more after he left.
Yeah.
Because we would go for a couple of beers every now and again, just like a few of us on like the quayside, because it was super easy. And just because I think they were a bit like, needed to get it off their chest. It felt bad at the same time because they'd had to lie to a few people. Not that it was ever a problem.
Yeah. Like you gotta do what you gotta do.
The funny thing was, that was that prevailing narrative of like, these guys hate each other. And on the inside, because again, as we've explained about previous bosses, it's like we're all like, we're rooting for them. Like, we really need this to work for you, actually, because we need to know that if this all doesn't work out, we can go and do something else
you're the AEW
ourselves.
to the Fed for us right now.
Literally, it was like, you guys, you have my full support. Go get them. Go get them.
But it's all fine now.
But yes,
we've got rid of those bosses.
We've got rid of the bosses.
Bye-bye.
Best of luck, Pacitti, and please, if we can sort a pint, let's all go for a pint. I would love 100%. That. That'd be great.
Hi to Jahaziel Para, who says, top 5 themes of all time. Mine are This Fire Burns for Punk, obviously.
You kissing your watch?
No, I think I just accidentally answered a phone call. Slow Chemical for Kane. I Walk Alone, Batista, obviously the game, Triple H, and the other side. Yeah, it's Eve of the Judgment Day.
Yeah. Good tunes.
Top 5.
Stone Cold's, it has to be on there, doesn't it?
Well, if it's a subjective favourite.
I know, it's subjective. It's just favourites. It's not...
Objectively.
Is it favourites or is it best?
Objectively, it's number 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah. What was the Billy Gunn one? Not the Ass Man one, but the other one with the saxophones. Yeah, that one. Goddamn great.
Absolute banger. Billy Gunn's the one theme. It was
the one Billy Gunn one. Yeah,
unbelievable.
Absolute gold. So that Hardcore Hollies, just because I always really liked Hardcore Hollies.
Who was
that?
It
was really simple, but it was good.
Oh yeah.
And Crash Hollies, they were both good.
Crash is
kicking some ass.
Yeah.
I always love Rob Van Dam's. I know everybody is purists who are like the ECW. I did love One of a Kind though. I just thought it was a banger. Thought it was genuine. It was the first time I'd ever seen him do anything.
Yep.
And he had all these different moves, and I was like, I like this guy, and that theme song kicks ass. Who was that one? You and Me? Is it Tenru?
Yes.
I've mentioned this so many times on previous podcasts. It's an absolute banger. There's a very specific version. I don't know if it's the one from his Japanese wrestling days or the ones where he worked in the WWE for a little stint. But it is this crazy operatic banger that has like 4 different phase changes throughout it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
John Gillett in the chat. He's right. Despite the fact he's a colossal tool, Real American is still a banger.
A hit's a hit, man.
It's a hit.
It's a shame that it's associated with it.
It is a shame, but it is a hit.
Michael Hamflett only discovered that song this year.
It's such a weird dynamic when Mark would play it at Sweet Chin Disco. But it's the same as us at like Mania. Yeah, no.
We need someone to claim it back, don't we?
Yeah.
We need someone to like
Chad Gable
change the memory, change them. No, he wouldn't work as for a wrestler. He's never ever gonna do that.
El Grande Americano.
Yes.
See, now you're thinking. That's really how you do it. Change it up.
Jake the Snake Roberts was a banger as well.
Good
stuff.
Venison.
Shinsuke's is one of the only ones that's ever been on like my Spotify Wrapped at the end of a year. I listen to it so much.
CFO's had a goddamn good run.
Yeah, that was a whole run there.
A real good run.
Sasha Banks' tune.
Yeah,
during
Sami
that
Zayn.
That basically that batch. Sami
Finn
Zayn. Even who else had a belter?
I mean, you can technically count Bad Bunny in this.
Asuka's was a belter as well.
Asuka's
Empress
good,
of Tomorrow was so good. Or Finn Balor's, like
they were all good.
It was just Kevin Owens. Literally every little chunk out of those stars from there.
Mimi says AJ Lee's.
Hitlers. AJ Lee was a good one.
Jeff Carlson says, has Phil forgiven Nikki Cross yet?
Never.
Never, ever.
Never,
and
ever.
You'll never have to.
Ever. But Hurricane Helms, another banger.
Yeah.
And therefore, obviously,
you think about that Shinsuke, it just makes me think of the first entrance of his that I was there for.
Yeah.
Live. The black strobe lights. Oh, what happened to you?
Good.
What happened to you, Shinsuke, pal?
Why don't WWE just get CFOs back? I mean, I know it went a little bit south between them, but come on, guys.
There's got to be other people, though. Like, there's
this is also true.
There are people who can produce songs like that. Doesn't have to be CFOs.
Who is good and not.
Def Rebel.
Def Rebel. God damn.
I mentioned for Drew McIntyre's Broken Dreams as well.
You know what's funny?
Were you there for that when they did it in...
Yes.
Yeah.
Classic Castle, yeah. What if... sorry, we need to get on this with this quiz, I realise, but Def Rebel, what if they're actually really good, right? But it's just what WWE want. Like,
maybe
that's
like specifically
really
good stuff. Like,
like,
I want that.
We've all had, well, I say we've all, you and I have had to design things for other people before. Outside of this job, and probably inside this job as well.
Inside this job.
Dealing with clients where they just want it a very certain way.
Yeah.
They don't want your
input.
input.
It's wrong.
They're like, this is what I want. You're like, are you sure?
That's how they want it.
Because it's going to be crap.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm looking for. High grade crap.
Word art, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Have you got any comic stands? Oh, baby. Have I got some comic stands for you? As a professional, I must advise against this. As someone getting paid, I'll do whatever you want.
Right, enough of all this. It's now time for a bloody good quiz. And it is a very big quiz today. Not in terms of the quiz, that's just normal sized, but in terms of who it's dedicated towards, because 2 birthdays have unfortunately landed at the
birthday too. You and me.
Yeah, it is my birthday soon.
Yeah.
have landed, and I
Wasn't the question.
Putting that out there for people just in case.
I can't even say I'll just do it next week because I'm not here next week for WrestleCulture. So
Not to interrupt.
I'm not here either. I'm going to Glastonbury.
is it Glasgow next week?
Yeah, I'm not here all week, baby.
I'll be here, but there won't be any WrestleCulture. So
There you go.
it's actually not your birthday, Phil. I think you'll find, unfortunately.
Not my birthday today.
No, it's not your birthday.
soon.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes. No, I forgot. I don't have a birthday.
You don't have a birthday anymore. Got a race.
It's true. Someone stole my birthday.
Yeah.
And
it's now somebody's wedding anniversary.
Thank God for reminding me about that. I need to get some
no, I don't have any presents. Don't watch this, Anna Louise.
No, it's fine. It's it'll be 6 years, so it's sweets confectionery. Apparently, is the 6th year. So great, big bag of Skittles Chewies. You're getting.
Is that?
That's true. I looked it up the other day.
Is that a thing?
It's like wood, paper, and then the.
Is this the one you've been waiting for?
Yeah.
Basically, you just had a cupboard full of sweets for the both of them. But they've all been opened, so when you open the cupboard, they just fall out. Like individual Skittles.
You've eaten all of them. Anyway, birthdays.
Actually, sorry, I'm gonna have tangent again. How does it feel, bitch? The cupboard. That was just the idea of a cupboard full of stuff. Did you see the tweet from a person who was like,
"Yeah,
I thought you were, yeah,
I saw it.
I knew you would have seen that.
I've seen that tweet. Yeah."
So basically, this guy who presumably works properties and that, like, got a message to say from. It might just be bollocks, but it was the story of the tweet. It was like, I got a message from one of the people who runs the building saying he thinks someone is squatting in one of the properties that we own. So he's like, I'm a bit torn, to be honest. And he took what to do, and he took a picture, and it's like a cupboard that's been opened, and it is just full, and I mean full from top to bottom, in perfect slid packages of just piles and piles of weed. Like literally
Really
looks like a post office.
Though.
They're organised like that, like lines like that.
Too organised.
Stacked up.
Scarily organised.
He's like, and basically all the comments were like, bro, just walk away. You don't know who owns it. You don't know. And there's other people saying like, report it, and then say like, I'll leave it all there, but if I get my slice. So then there was one bit missing where someone had like quoted saying, looks like man's already been in. Like the big gap missing. It's like,
what could this
unreal.
be?
Yeah, brilliant stuff.
The ultimate dilemma, that though.
No more.
What do I do?
What do I do now?
Yeah. Well, it's all of the biggest thing you've ever seen. How much can I do before they catch me?
It is Jules' birthday today.
Hey!
Lovely Jules.
Happy birthday, Jules.
Great to see you. In Manchester, we saw her.
It was Manchester, yeah.
Lovely to see her there at one of our live shows. Happy birthday to you, Jules. And tomorrow...
21 years of age, Jules. Fancy that.
Incredible.
Fantastic.
And tomorrow it is Mark Lee Willis's birthday. Mark.
Hey, Mark as well.
I hope you stuck around because he sent a lovely comment early on. I thought, I'll save that for when we get to the quiz. And then I realised maybe he just thinks I'm ignoring him. No.
Well, a happy birthday to you as well, Mark.
Indeed.
In equal measure.
In equal measure.
Equal measure.
Mark earlier on said, we know Wilbourn's and Nicholas's plans this weekend. What are you up to, Phil? I'm going to try and create some diorama stuff for my wrestling figures tomorrow on my 38th birthday. We're on our 30s. Did you see my email, Adam? I did indeed. Thank you so much. He sent us, I've shown it to the boys already. He sent us a lovely 6-page play.
Oh, yeah, this was good.
I'm not sure if we're ever going to actually get around to doing it on one of the podcasts because it's amazing.
However, we did sort of get round to it in the office. Like,
yes, we loved it.
Was a decent. I'd say you did a decent reenactment. I think it was fair to say.
Yeah, what's your plans this weekend, Phil?
I am just going to have a chill weekend because I was in Paris last weekend and I'm going to Glastonbury next weekend. So this weekend is for me.
Be still. Oh, yeah. And who are the other 2 weekends for?
Who's Glastonbury this year? Do a Lipa Glastonbury this year? Or was that last year?
Everyone else in Paris.
I'm just doing these things for other people.
Not for me,
guys.
guys.
What about Phil?
What about me? What about Phil?
Who's playing Glastonbury this year?
A bunch of people.
Dua Lipa was last year, wasn't it? I got confused there.
The 1975 headline.
Oh, nice.
Probably not going to watch him.
You probably won't. No, that's fair. Absolutely fair.
Neil Young.
Oh,
yeah. Weezer. Alanis Morissette.
Neil Young's
I'm really excited.
That is good.
Neil Young playing, of course, despite famously saying he would never play.
Yep.
And then decided he would play.
Who what it was.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wait, no,
Thanks,
that's
Neil.
not that. It's fine. I love that overreaction. Like,
I know.
No, this is ridiculous corporate stuff. It's like, what? For charity? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
for charity? Oh, I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Why didn't you say so?
Why didn't you just lead with that?
I feel terrible. Amanda
Is Chapel Rowan playing in Glastonbury this year? I feel like she should be.
Yeah, that feels...
It does feel like she should.
I feel that's, if she's playing, Phil, they're playing. Sorry.
Isn't there a lot of
they're playing.
mystery slots this year as
There are a
well?
few.
You should find them and watch them and have a damn good party. Because I don't know if anybody knows this, but Chapel
Olivia
Rowan's quite good.
Rodrigo. And I've heard her name.
Yeah, she's
I've
heard her name.
Biffy Clyro, Prodigy.
I've already...
Prodigy.
I mean, it's not Prodigy.
Not the
is
same,
it?
is it?
No,
Keep
granted,
playing, So
yeah.
what's the point?
Rod Stewart.
Charlie XCX
Charlie
playing.
XCX.
That'll be a good vibe.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, but you might have...
Biddy Badabadooby is playing, that one that you like.
Well, liked. I think... Well, no, that's... He's very poppy now.
This is true.
It's always been very
I'm
poppy.
annoyed that Dochi's on at the same time as Neil Young.
I mean, Phil, that's a no-brainer to me, pal.
I'm never ever going to see Neil Young in my life ever again.
Yeah, well, you don't need to.
Will probably like Dochi will play Glastonbury again.
Nah. Sorry, mate. Neil Young wasn't even going to play, mate. Just imagine he's not there.
Kaiser Chiefs. There you go. Kaiser Chiefs. I know them.
Heart of
Not gonna watch them either, I'm
gold.
afraid.
There you go, Phil. I've done it for you. Easy.
I'm on the Sniffers.
Scissor Sisters.
Scissor
Look at that.
Sisters.
I'm on the Sniffers. Will be great.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
The script.
The script. Just the one script.
Fatboy Slim.
Nile Rodgers
He's
and
always
Sheik.
playing. He plays every goddamn year.
Nile Rodgers and Sheik are playing.
I don't know them.
Phil, you do.
Nile
They've
Rodgers and
written
Sheik.
just
Even I
about
know
every
them.
song that's ever
Just
happened.
about every song.
I'm not even joking, mate. You'll know Nile Rodgers.
I do know who he is.
Yes.
Yeah, I do know who
Oh,
he is.
I'm glad we clarified that then.
No, I just remembered who. Yeah, when you said wrote about every song, he did. He
Wet leg.
did.
Wet leg, unless the weather stays nice, obviously.
Right.
George Ezra Collective. That's no, it's just Ezra Collective. Jade. Okay.
Cargill.
There you go. Snow Patrol.
Bob
I've
Villain.
seen Snow
Yeah, I'm
Patrol.
not gonna go watch Snow Patrol
Bob
either.
Villain. You've
Snow
seen
Patrol
Bob Villain,
sucks.
didn't you?
Bob
I have
Villain.
seen Bob
Bob
Villain.
Villain.
I will likely go see Bob Villain again.
Villain. Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Change his name or a different
Yeah,
person?
yeah. He's gone heel.
Different guy. Gun heel. Yeah, I can't remember who else I was excited for. Oh, it's Morissette.
Weezer. Why is Weezer
Alanis
so far
Morissette.
down there?
Weezer have been moved to a bigger stage.
Good.
That's
Quite right.
good.
Alanis Morissette's like a. Have you seen her before?
I have never seen on.
But she's a big deal in your life,
she
right?
Is my top 5 favorite albums.
She's
of all
big
time,
deal.
Jagged Little Pill,
Nice.
so
Wow.
Listen.
it's about goddamn time.
Attention every now and again. Every now and again, not all the time, but.
Anyway, quiz. That's what we're doing. aren't we?
Yeah. All right. I'm sweating, man. My
Yeah,
arse
it's
is sweaty.
It is.
Wow.
Jesus. Sorry, everyone. And
Oh.
I took the Lord's name in vain while talking about my arse as well.
And I got distracted. I was going to. I almost
Perfect
messed it up
timing.
twice. So I've done all that, and then Amanda Slaughter. Big fan,
Yeah.
big friend of the channel.
I thought I was just waiting for the rest.
Yeah, I know.
We
It was
remember
like
that, mate.
Amanda
How could I
Slaughter.
forget Amanda Slaughter with the purple hair from WrestleMania? in
I
Philadelphia?
wasn't here last week. It was Hamlet's. That week, it was Hamlet's fault. It was Amanda's birthday 2 weeks ago, and Hamlet didn't mention it.
Pamphlet.
What a jerk he is,
What
man.
a knob.
Do you know
You know
what?
what he should do? I think he should give me his ticket to Basement Jacks for that.
Yeah. Happy birthday for 2 weeks ago, Amanda.
2 weeks ago.
And thank you for all of the plethora of weird and wonderful things you've sent us during that
Thank you.
time.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
amazing.
Always nice to get those.
And here's something to get you excited for next week. Weezer were the worst act I saw at Download. No energy at all and lost the crowd altogether. They
Yeah.
were awful, says Ian Smith.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
They haven't been good in a long, long time. But the Blue Album's goddamn goated.
This week's quiz is all about Goldberg, unsurprisingly.
Yay.
Don't worry, it's not like I've gone...
No, it's all right. Let's just get it over with.
10 questions, multiple choice, shouting out, wait for me to come to you. And remember, guys, it's just for fun.
It's
Think
always just for
Goldberg's a
fun.
Weezer fan?
Everyone loves Buddy Holly, don't they?
I was just thinking of Buddy Holly. Ooh, I was just imagining Goldberg in his car going, just that Buddy in his window. Sorry.
Question number 1.
I'm going to do my best, by the way, to not derail this with tangents because I do need to
hard
probably
enough.
go about 4:15-ish. So
Ah.
that's the attempt.
Someone's got plans.
Yeah, well, the difference is between him and me is that he's professional. I'll just leave at 4:15.
Just to stand up and walk out.
So, and I'll just turn it off.
Question number 1. How long was Goldberg's undefeated streak? Was it 133-0, 153-0, 173-0, or 193-0?
Felt like one of those would jump out at me when
Yeah.
you said it. And
I was too busy being a tip.
173.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I thought it was 73 or 93. I was thinking,
Yeah.
but 93 seemed a little bit too long.
As part of that, who did Goldberg beat to become WCW United States Champion? Was it Raven, Jeff Jarrett, Lex Luger, or Bret Hart?
Ooh, none of those are who I had in my head.
He did also beat Sid Vicious to win the US title, but it's different time.
Different time.
Don't know is the first.
I also
answer.
don't know.
Nicholas, though. Why not? Jeff Jarrett.
No, dear, that's wrong.
I'm going to go with Raven.
Raven.
I had a weird feeling. I didn't know,
Yeah.
but it's had
No.
a feeling.
My head was saying Diamond Dallas Page for some reason.
I was contemplating having him in there because he's one of those famous Goldberg matches that you remember where he's like, oh my God, the streak's over.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. It was not.
That was waiting when they got a cattle prod.
Anyway.
People said they ruined it by the end. Come on.
Fools.
Which of these NFL teams didn't Bill Goldberg sign for? I say sign here because I'm very certain he signed for 3 teams. I'm not sure if he
How many actually played for?
Yeah.
Okay.
The LA Rams, the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, or the Baltimore Bastards?
So we didn't.
Yeah.
Nicholas. I will take that, yeah. The Atlanta, the Baltimore Bastards. Yay! Jesus Christ.
What I was really hoping for there was that he had signed for a Baltimore team and he was going to swerve you with it.
Aha, yes.
Yeah, surprise.
As I call them, the Baltimore
Just because I got it wrong doesn't mean that's their actual name. Yeah.
Question number 4. Who beat Goldberg in his only recorded dark match loss? Very early days of WCW, this. Was it Tommy Silver, Big Money Mike, Chad Fortune, or Johnny Cash?
Some great options.
I mean, I'm assuming Johnny Cash didn't wrestle secretly for WCW, but only in dark matches.
No, he crossed the line in TNA. He could do a Ring of Fire, could do an Inferno match.
There you go.
Yep, solved it. Doesn't answer the question, but it's a nice idea.
What were the answers?
The answer is... wait a second.
He's done it again. He will give me the answers to this quiz.
The options are Tommy Silver, Big Money Mike, Chad Fortune, or Johnny Cash.
Silver.
Nice.
Tommy Silver.
Come on, Tommy.
No, dear, that's wrong.
Right into my trap. His name's Goldberg. I'll crit someone called Tommy Silver.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smooth.
I
B.
hadn't even
Whatever
bothered
B is.
Big Money Mike.
Big Money Mike.
No, dear, that's
The middle
wrong.
one.
Chad Fortune.
Chad Fortune.
Chad
Does sound
Fortune.
very much like a name that I'd
Yeah.
create.
Is
Yeah.
that Quentin's brother?
It does.
Very good.
Hey, you see, I've still got it. It's football reference.
Question 5, 2-1 to Phil. How long was Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg at Survivor Series 2016? Was it 25 seconds, 45 seconds, 65
Nicholas.
seconds?
45 seconds.
No, dear, that's wrong.
25, 65, or 85 seconds, Phil?
Oh, it's not 40, it's 80.
65.
No,
Listen,
dear,
bitch,
that's
he was
wrong.
right. I knew it.
Halfway point, 2-1 to Phil. Question number 6. Goldberg, at least at the time I read this report, I hope everything's all right, has 3 cats, Mo, Larry, and Curly. But what other animal does he also have? Is it a chihuahua, a pig, a goat, or a shark?
You're such a dick.
I really like the picture of him with a fish tank. Yeah.
When he's just stroking his pet shark.
Feeding his chihuahua to his
Just in the
shark.
bath.
Yeah.
We can't go anywhere.
Phil. A goat.
Yes. Hey.
Goldberg is correct.
Goldberg. Kill me now.
Question 7. What character did Bill Goldberg play in the 2010 movie Kill Speed? Is it...
Yep, that's a good title.
I'm-
Nailed it.
It's exactly what you'd expect him to be in, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kill speed.
Kill speed.
Kill speed.
Did he play the character of Einstein, El Presidente, Big Bad John, or Horrible Henry?
Piss off. Nicholas, Big Bad John.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible Henry.
Crack the code.
Oh, God, I bet you read so many of them books at school.
I think after my time, I don't remember Horrible Henry.
It was Horrid Henry, wasn't it?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's probably changed now, please. Anyway,
This is a bad bit you're developing
It's
this.
a real bad bit.
what we
I
are.
would like a nice disclaimer here to clip out in the future. Phil Chambers and Adam Nicholas do not endorse Adam Wilbourn's woke
Anything.
bits.
Don't endorse Adam Wilbourn's anything. Let's
No, there's a lot of his things I would endorse.
Oh!
Probably not this.
Adam Loughran in the chat. Thank you for mentioning this. I was wondering when this was going to happen. Adam writes, Sweet Chin Disco just announced Forbidden Door After Pie.
There
Adam,
you
are
go.
you involved? Yes, I am. We have big shows coming up this summer.
Just be careful that you've definitely said the stuff that you're supposed to say, right?
Yes, well, this is all right now. They've not told me anything else. So,
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay.
Sam, let me know if I've.
Oh, yeah, because Sam's in the chat.
But yes, we have. Because people were asking, we're doing loads of dates for all the WWE UK tour. Across the UK, we're playing like Dublin and London and what have you. But people were like, well, hang on, there's a big gap there. Why aren't you playing the Newcastle WWE live show? Because we're doing like Liverpool and things, other ones like that. Yeah, it's because we were waiting to get confirmation and be able to announce that, yes, we are playing Glasgow as an AEW Dynamite after party on, I believe, the 20th of August, and on the 24th of August, the day of Forbidden Door. If you're going to the O2 for Forbidden Door, hey, don't worry, you don't have to go too far, because the Indigo 2, which is in the same bloody venue in the Millennium Dome, and people still call it that, the Indigo 2 is huge. It's ridiculous. Please buy tickets. It's going to be amazing. It's where we are doing the after party featuring, and I'm allowed...
Check, man, because I would always check.
I think I'm allowed to confirm and announce if it hasn't already been announced. If not, then we'll get back to the quiz and we'll all pretend like this didn't happen.
La 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 la.
We have special guests. Yes, good. Okay, it's announced.
And it's okay.
The Forbidden Door after party, Indigo at the O2, 24th of August, featuring Swerve Strickland. A Prince Nana DJ set, which we were there for last year, went off, and we had lots of surprise appearances, including Mercedes Moné, of course, and a Nigel McGuinness magic show. Get your tickets right now. Dice.fm, just search for Sweet Chin Disco on there, or just go on Sweet Chin Disco's socials, and you'll find all the links there. Cannot wait for that.
How will Adam Wilbourn out magic a magician?
Well,
find out.
You better be learning some magic tricks to go along with this, by the way.
Yeah.
As a thought. Oh, it's come off. Back on again.
Yeah.
It's a kind of magic.
What's that? 3-2, I believe, to Phil?
Yeah, whatever.
Let's make this quiz disappear.
Okay, question 8. Goldberg's mother.
Lovely lady, honestly.
Named what after him?
What?
Okay.
Her
Was
door.
it a constellation, an award-winning hybrid orchid, a sandwich, or a roller coaster?
So does that mean the roller coaster is called Bill?
Or Goldberg?
Well, it doesn't
Or
specify.
Bill Goldberg.
Or Bill Goldberg.
Could be, yeah.
Or Lil Billy Goldie,
The roller coaster.
as he's known. Lil Billy Goldie Bergie. Goldberger. Goldberger.
A constellation, an award-winning hybrid orchid, a sandwich, or a roller coaster?
Nicholas Sandwich.
No, dear,
Okay,
that's wrong.
It's all you, Phil. You got this.
The constellation.
No, dear, that's
Okay.
wrong.
Is it the orchid?
It is.
Yeah, that is an odd one to make
yeah.
up. Should have
well.
decided that. What do you think would have been on a Goldberg sandwich if he did have a sandwich?
Brains.
Brains.
Like, because he
Do you reckon
needs
you put one of those ones, they flatten out some sandwiches, he just hits it with the jackhammer?
Probably.
like a jackhammer steak sandwich.
Yes.
That's what they call it. That's not a
Yeah,
real
that's
thing,
it.
but it's you
The
can make it.
spear
all.
through it?
Yeah, why
Cocktail
not?
Yeah, just
stick.
a cocktail stick.
Yep. And who's next written on him?
Headbutts the sandwich.
Cheese.
Written on in cheese.
Yeah, like who's next?
Good. Who's coming to the WhatCulture sandwich shop?
If you'd like a sandwich named after you at the WhatCulture Wrestling Sandwich Shop, tough shit. It doesn't exist. Sorry. That's 2. Never mind.
Question 9. This to still tie it up. Yeah, 3-2 to Phil. Why did Goldberg decide to go to the University of Georgia?
To get to the other side.
Because he lived there.
What convinced him, basically?
Because he's cheap and he wants to live at home
he
while he's
lives
in
there.
uni.
I should say, what convinced him? Was it
He likes
No,
Georgia.
was it a bottle of wild turkey bourbon,
God, that's the most Goldberg answer ever, that, isn't it?
the Appalachian Trail, tree spirits?
Have you
on
just Googled things in Georgia?
tree spirits on St. Simon's Island, or Elvis's Wart, which is in a big museum in Georgia?
Yeah. That sounds exactly like that was written. Elvis's Wart that's in a big museum in Georgia.
You mean I can see Elvis's Wart every day?
Every day.
I don't know. Does he drink? I feel like he drinks. Or drink. He used to,
Like he
I feel
will
like
have
he used to
drunk.
drink. Then he got
Has
too
drunk.
drunk and then stopped drinking.
He has drank. He got drunk. Now he may still drink. I don't know.
Drunk. Did. What was the second one?
The Appalachian Trail. Bourbon, Appalachian Trail, Tree Spirits, or Elvis's Wart.
See, any of them feel like weird enough to be his vibe.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with the whiskey. I'm too tired. Yeah.
It's good.
Means it's a tie as we go into the hardest question on the quiz.
Here we
Question
go.
10.
Who's going to get it?
Which of these men?
I don't want
it.
I don't want to be a part of this.
I don't want it.
Which of these men did Bill Goldberg beat as part of his undefeated streak? Was it Johnny Swinger, Dave Cook, Hank Orgy, or Gary Gangbang?
Goldberg versus Gary Gangbang.
Gary Gangbang.
Yeah. Who's next? You're next. And you're next. And you're next.
You get a gangbang.
Oh,
you
y'all
get a
are next.
gangbang. Phil, Gary Gangbang.
Oh, no, hang on, Phil. Don't get too hasty.
Nope, I'm going for
Are
it.
you sure?
I'm being hasty. Gary Gangbang.
Okay, buddy.
No, dear, that's wrong.
That would
That's the one time he changed.
somehow he does it.
Yeah, one of these days I need to find
He said
out.
there'll be
Yeah.
something so ridiculous that you're like, that's
What?
the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your options are Johnny Swinger,
He's still going.
Dave Cook, or Hank Orgy. No, Brian. I'm still not accepting Tom Wanks as an option for this part of the
Not
quiz.
for this one.
What you look? Is it
What
when
was the
are we not
second
done?
one? Dave Cook. Oh, because of...
Yeah.
Okay.
Swinging.
I was just thinking of like a
Cooking.
chef in there.
You can win it. You can still win
I
it.
get it now.
Oh,
You can
sorry.
still win
I
it.
forgot there's still a possibility.
grabs.
This is like when we filmed the ending of the catchphrase quiz. We were revealed that on WrestleCulture the other week.
Yeah.
Remember that, Phil? I don't think you've won it, Nicholas. I mean, I have won it. Oh yeah, you have. Oh, I guess we'll have to do it. We'll have to just fake the celebration. Just for time purposes.
Johnny Swinger.
Yeah, why not?
Look at you stealing the...
Oh no, Sean! I did it wrong.
Yes, congratulations.
I'm so sorry.
You don't go home happy. He stole the whole thing. How did you crack the code to A?
From Adam Nicholas.
Question 10, he went for option A. That's the right answer. Well,
What a move.
I'm so sorry.
What a move.
congratulations to Adam Nicholas, the only winner of this week's quiz. Let us know how you got on in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts. We're on for daily wrestling podcast. SmackDown preview is available right now, and a Q&A with the Dadleys is out tomorrow. Get your tickets for Sweet Chin Disco, dice.fm. While you're at it, why not follow all of us on social media at WhatCulture WWE. Watch they can follow the winner of this week's quiz, Adam Nicholas, at...
I'm so sorry, Phil. It's Adam Nicholas, although I don't deserve it. You can also follow the real winner of this quiz at
Phil My Chambers, but do it on Instagram. I do more over there.
yeah.
And this guy, that's
Yeah.
this guy over here.
at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at
Follow him
WhatCulture WWE. Happy birthday again to Jules and Mark Lee Willis. But now, and thanks to all of you for joining us. My thanks to Nicholas, to Phil. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Happy birthday to you too.
That's what was recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Wrestling.
Bye, everybody.
I didn't expect it. I'm sorry.
I don't know, option A. Okay, option A. You will
You
win.
win.
I'm trying to remember what.
Incredible scenes.
Say goodbye, everyone, again.
Bye,
Goodbye,
everybody. Have a great
everyone.
weekend. Love you.